Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Till Death Do Us Part, a movie about a bride who gets cold feet and then leaves the wedding and the groomsmen track her down. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 11. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. I will be at Cassiano's today in Hamilton, New Jersey from 4 to 9 during their food truck festival. It's a coffee shop in the middle of town, down the street from the Funky Cow. So I hope to see you there. 4 to 9. So this movie. So here's the groom. There's the best man, I think, the head groomsman. And everything's going great. And then the bride leaves. She runs away. And then the trailer takes a dark turn. And he's like, you got to come back. I love you. And she's like, I love you too, but I can't. I need out. And he's like, you know that's not going to happen, right? So this, to me, is a classic example of Hollywood trying to subvert expectations. So it starts out as a movie about a wedding, happy and nice, and then it turns into an action movie where the groomsmen are trying to capture her, and they fight hand to hand, trying to bring her back to the groom. And they say, they undermine the concept by telling her, he told us not to hurt you. So how's that going? She ends up like killing some of the groomsmen, I guess, or at least stabbing and maiming them. Stabs one guy in the crotch. What the hell is this movie? What the hell is this? Look, let's see. Directed by Timothy Woodward Jr. Written by Chad Law. Or is it Chad Law, Shane, Tax Daler? There's 5 names here. God, put an and. Can you not put an ampersand between the 2 names? Is it Chad Law and Shane Dax Taylor? Or is it Chad Law Shane and Dax Taylor? I don't know. I do not know. Timothy Woodward's name's all over this thing, though. Timothy Woodward Jr., excuse me. From the creator of Final Destination. I hate to tell you, it's another movie series I hated. So I'm totally biased against this movie. It's just my opinion. Relax. First act, a nice marriage. Oh, a nice marriage is happening. But the bride runs away. It's very sad. He calls her, I love you, come back. Oh, I love you too, but I can't. I need out. Oh, that's not going to happen. Subverting your expectations right there. Second act, the groomsmen come to kill her. Or not kill her, but capture her and drag her back to the wedding, because that makes a lot of sense. And then she fights them for the entire second act. The third act, they drag her in front of the groom, where she'll be forced to marry him, but she fights him and wins. Is this a ham-fisted analogy for women don't get married? Marriage is a trap? I don't know anymore. Look, Hollywood, you've undermined the institution of marriage at every turn, and then you turn around and try to make a movie where the institution of marriage is a central pillar of the plot. It can't work. What does she lose by just marrying him and then doing whatever the F she wants? What does she lose by marrying him and then leaving during the honeymoon or whatever? What exactly does she lose here? Marriage is a paper-thin institution now. Thanks to, I think, feminism, but that's another story. So, if anything, she had more an advantage to marry a guy, take some of his money. Are these guys supposed to be part of a crime syndicate? Because they don't look like one. Most crime syndicates aren't diverse. They are along ethnic lines 99% of the time. So if they were all mafia guys, you might have been able to sell it. If they were all Russian mob guys or something like that, sure, you could probably sell this movie a little bit more there. But just that they're a bunch of, I don't know, random guys who ended up in a gang, I guess? Is it supposed to be a gang? I don't know. They don't make it clear in the trailer. It just is a concept movie. It feels like they pitched the movie and like, oh, let's subvert the expectations. That's kind of Final Destination. I don't know. I never liked Final Destination. I thought that was a dumb movie too. Um, so it just feels like a movie that's an excuse to action it up against the men. Doesn't make any sense. Obviously, if the groom actually loves her and wants to marry her and she doesn't want to marry him, then he's got to get over it. What does he gain by dragging her back to the altar and forcing her to marry him? Does something happen after that? We live in the real world. Nothing happens to you. There's almost no consequence to being married anymore. Many states have no fault divorce, where you can cheat on your spouse all day long. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. You get the same amount of money when you divorce. So what's the point of this? Who's this movie aimed at? The red states that kind of still like the institution of marriage? Well, they're not going to see a movie where you completely blow it up, and the whole premise of the movie is that. I don't think it would appeal to them. So who's this movie for? The way I see it is, it was probably pitched as a subversion of the expectations. But the problem with that is, whose expectations are you subverting? Well, usually it would be the movie executive. And no slam against movie executives, these guys hustle for money. They're not the well-read guys who write things. So they're not necessarily tuned in. They're just hustling guys thinking of like, well, what's the most popular thing? And that's not a slam against them. That's kind of the way they think. So when you go to the executive and he decides which expectations you are subverting, he doesn't even subvert his own expectations. What he does is he thinks, well, what's popular? Well, marriage is a thing. Oh, women hate marriage. Yeah, this will appeal to women. The bride fighting everybody. Kind of, I guess. I mean, I guess there's a sliver of a audience for that. But like, marriage isn't, again, it's not this gigantic institution like it was. If you had made this movie back in the early 60s, maybe you could have sold this. Again, you would have had mafia guys. But you're just not selling it to, I mean, the whole concept's hanging by a thread, and it just doesn't work for me. And I like these kinds of movies. It's not that I hate movies with lots of action and a cool premise. But what is marriage now? Nothing. Is this a country where marriage is still a forcible institution, I guess? If we lived in a country like that, if America, if we still as a society said, oh, you can't get divorced. Oh, once you're married, you're married. Then it would be a different story. There'd be some weight behind it. I don't see any weight behind this premise. It just seems like an excuse to kill a bunch of groomsmen and say, marriage, ha ha ha. And again, there might be a sliver of humanity that's, oh man, I can't wait to see that. But I kind of don't think so. Because I think deep down, even the women who kind of say they're interested in that sort of thing, deep down, they kind of want to get married. They kind of want that fairy tale world. Deep down, they're romantics. Maybe you'll find a handful of hateful feminists to go to see this thing, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. There's a way you could have made this movie work. Again, you could have had a criminal underworld. She's marrying into that and is forced to save her dad or something. And then her dad maybe passes on, and then she doesn't have to marry him anymore, and then she wants out, but the groom is like, no. It could be that, again, a criminal gang, and the bride says no, and that embarrasses him so much, he sends the groomsmen to kill her, because he can't take it. His ego won't allow it. You could sell that. But again, the gang doesn't, and you got a little person in the gang. That doesn't make any sense either. No offense to little people. Not a lot in criminal gangs. Again, maybe if he was related, you could make that work. You could make that work if it was a mafia, Russian mafia. Any mafia. triads. You could make it work with a real criminal organization. But this just feels like a bunch of rando stuntmen and actors doing stuff. Sorry. I mean, I'm biased against this movie, clearly. I don't like Final Destination. I thought it was a dumb franchise. But this, I think my points are valid. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony T, and Little Jones. Sorry. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. I will be at Cassiano's today and Hamilton, New Jersey from 4 to 9. Hope to see you there, and we'll see you in the next one.